Hi everybody, it's time for more Banjo. Scooter Willow's in the chat saying gaming time baby. Shoutouts to gaming. #1 hobby as far as I'm concerned. Helping the poor, solid #2 baby. Gaming. Last time what'd we do? We finished off Freeze's Peak, but only after we got to the Gobi Desert. For a little bit, we had to unlock the running shoes. I don't know. They probably had some weirdo name for them. But I'm just gonna call them the running shoes because that's what they are. They make you go fast. But we got those done. We got those. Oh, we got those. And then we finished up Freeze's Peak because there was one that you had to get a shoe for. So we finished up that, and then we did. I think we have like 6 of these in Gobi Desert. So now finish up that Gobi Desert, and then we'll see where we go from there. Maybe it'll take me a million years to finish this world. Who knows? But we seem to be going at a good pace of about 1 world an hour, which is good. But because we did a little bit too much exploring last time, or before we hit Freeze's Peak, we've kind of been a little bit off center in terms of stream time. So, maybe not today. I do have a thing I want to do, but I would like to at some point catch up because it bothers me that we don't, that we're kind of off center in terms of timing. But we should be good to finish this world at least. I don't think we have too much left. Just to get a good grip. So we have the first one that I remember we're missing is whatever door is over here. I wonder if you can talk to that camel about it. Where is a flight pad? That's right, up there on the doggy. Okay. I don't think I could have made that jump. I guess I could have just used the magic carpet there, but why risk it, you know? Not when we can just fly over there. We did that, right? We hit that target. What else are we missing? We're missing one that requires the shoes. What do you want? Oh. Wow. That's it. I'm leaving this desert to find some peace and quiet. Well, that's besides being an incredibly impressive feat to jump on this slope here. That doesn't do anything for opening this door. Now I'm starting to wonder though if it's an exit. I'll just wait for the magic carpet to come back around. Great. Time. It'd be a nice little way to pass the time. Little my gamer thumbs. Oh! Oh, did you see that save? Oh, that was 100% intended and not complete luck on my end. Adam Walker, Texas Ranger says, Suriel, how are you enjoying Banjo so far? What were you expecting coming back to it? I was honestly expecting the world to be a little bigger, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I remember when Odyssey came out, Mario Odyssey, saying, oh yeah, this is totally just like Banjo, right? And kind of offhandedly, kind of like as a joke. But no, I think I'm totally there at this point. I think Mario Odyssey most definitely took something from, or took a couple pages from Banjo's design and aesthetic, even if it's unintentional, even if it's just like by coincidence that they share a lot of elements. I am very surprised at how similar they are. And I wonder if that's what led to Banjo being in Smash. Oh, there's a switch there. I need to go back in here. I do like it. I do like that, like I said yesterday, I think this and Freezy Peak, I think, are where the world has really started to come into its own for me, like their world design. Because it definitely feels like they're starting to accomplish their goal of like, oh yeah, you can just go into this world and do anything, right? Because that's kind of like the appeal of everything here is kind of a curio for you to pursue. There's a lot of loose threads that you can work through. I wonder if my mouse is in the way of that, but I think this is really where the game, I think, starts to get good for me. And I'm enjoying it. I like that you can just kind of go wherever and eventually you'll come upon something that is interesting. Now I just need to find that switch. Yeah. I like that the music just stops. Get out of here. I think I should be able to make it back. I feel like just having Kazooie here makes it a lot easier. I think last time I was just running as Banjo, but I don't remember for sure. Yeah, I'm liking it. It's getting better as it goes for sure. It's also getting used to the world design circa, 98, 97, whenever this game came out, where it does feel a lot more video gamey and sparse, the way a lot of titles from this era did. Which isn't a bad thing, it just feels like, oh, this is very clearly a video game level in a way that even, I'm not saying like video games now are completely naturalistic, because you do see a lot of like, here's a tarp or whatever that tells you you're supposed to climb up here. I'm definitely at the point where I'm kind of more used to how, I think theme parky and obvious a lot of the world design is, in terms of like, we built this only for the purposes of being a functional pyramid that you have to climb and, as a video game objective. So that's been fun. I think I saw something here. I don't see any boots. Rabbit's got a jiggy. Ner, ner, ner. Ner. I wonder if I can use the shoes. I think I'm over here. Well, I'm gonna use these shoes first. Okay, I guess. Not hit me. Not on Lord's Day, Friday. Gosh darn it. First, I'm gonna get these notes. I'm guessing it's gonna take me more than one. Unless they want to. I'm surprised I was able to get out of there without a. Okay. I'm guessing I have to go get the running shoes. I just need to figure out what they are. A nice little slide there. I am wondering though if I'm gonna have the time to do it. Okay, that's good. Had 1,000 years. Well done, mortal. That was a weird conflicting sounds there. We've got two more. We have one from the pyramid, and I think one from that weirdo entrance that I haven't been able to find the way into. I think a little bit of puzzling out. There's also, I guess, this is really more of a personal thing than an about like objective like what does this say about the quality of the game thing. But I was expecting to be stuck way more often But that has not been as much the case. I've died a couple of times, which is, you know, unfortunate, but I feel okay. Now, the thing that I'm... Okay. I thought I had to stomp on it, but it's fine. We can just wait it out. Maybe start thinking about where that other Jiggy might be. I'm maybe a little tempted... Well, I'm also missing, what? 10 notes? There's also a Mumble Skull down there. But I don't see a pair of booties. I see a note down there, which is actually kind of weird. Right? There's one note down there? I'm guessing there's maybe two. Jinjo. Oh, the Jinjo one. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't. I totally forgot about the Jinjo one. Okay, so then there's my last Jiggy. That's cool. But anyway, personal thing. Yeah, I was expecting to get it stuck a lot more, and that hasn't been the case so far, which is cool. Just for on a personal, like, can I make this stream entertaining sense? Okay. That's cool. I guess we can wait out. Whatever. It's fine. It's just one of those frustrating things where seeing the timer play out while you're waiting, while there's two timers running, basically, is always a non-zero amount of anxiety. Oh, how did I not make that? I guess I should try to hop on the, should try to jump whenever I'm on an incline, because that seems to be, judging by the race Jiggy we did earlier, it definitely seems like it's a viable strategy for getting ahead of the timer. This is so frustrating. This is so frustrating. I don't like this. Look like it. I feel like I'm slower than last time. Oh, hang it. I think I could have done it. But... Okay. What am I? I'm missing something, right? Weird strategy I haven't been doing. I'm gonna try to hop. Maybe there's no difference. Maybe I just hop on the inclines and don't actually jump when I'm running. Let's try that. Oh, come on. If I'd fallen in the right area, I'm pretty sure I would have gotten it. That is very tight. I'm not entirely sure what else I could be doing. What's that? Maybe I can jump as soon as I hit that switch. Get a little bit of distance. Yeah, there we go. What else is in here? Very weird that there's a mummy down here, but I wonder if getting the Jiggy will lower the water level. There's also a weird face there that I'm not a fan of. Oh. That's more. Alright, let me get out, because definitely do not want to drown. I want to give the, Oh, okay. If you're gonna be a jerk about it. Okay. get all those things. Well, I guess really only the notes. Oh, hey! That helps, I guess. There's 4 here. I'm hoping there's 6 outside. 6 no curse. Should be okay. Okay. I think once I get this Jinjo, it should be done, right? Could have probably gone a little long last stream then. I keep forgetting my own rule about using A. Not as concerned about my hair here. I don't think there's 3 notes though. I don't think there is. You're not. Are you telling me I'm gonna be missing 1 note? Okay, good. Okay, is that everything actually? I don't think even I do not even have a honeycomb left here. Yeah, I found. Wait, I'm missing 1? I saw 10. Did I not see 10 on there? Okay, so I am missing 1 then. Which one am I missing? Wait, did I not get the Jiggy when it came out of that Jinjo? That's a weird thing to say. Yeah, definitely did just not get the Jiggy. Well, cool. That's Gobi's Valley, everybody. I'm trying to get a... Okay. Now we're ready to head into... we have 1 Jiggy to get, also. The one that's in this room here. Get the heck out of my way. She's sad that Banjo's always disappointed when he, okay. I was hoping I didn't have to do what I think I'm gonna have to do, which is... Camera did not help either. So how's chat doing? Anybody got some cool Friday things they're gonna do? Gaming maybe? Gaming baby? Yeah, any of y'all hanging out with your gaming babies? Whatever you want to take that to mean. This chat is all about gaming right now. Hit me with your gaming pics. I haven't opened that door. Wait, did I just run past this door on the way to the weirdo lava layer? Well, I guess we can always just open up that door. How many notes are we at? 594. Those 6 that I'm missing in Treasure Trove, man. Haunt me on my deathbed. I'll be thinking about those 6 notes. Your clock. Oh, it's a landmine. He says, with a feeling of relief, but not usually associated with landmines. Okay, nothing down here. Let's go back up and get air. We don't know how long that tunnel is. We ran into that graveyard graveyard yesterday, right? But I don't want to... I don't know if that's where we're supposed to go. Maybe this metallic theme makes me think it's for the boat. I remember this being a little farther along. I remember TikTok World, Click Clock World. Is TikTok World the Mario one? Anyway, I remember this one being the second to last one, and then Click Clock World being the last world. It's also I can't technically get up there yet, which is weird. But you still have a tunnel to go to. But you know, as long as we have a tunnel, I think we're good. Or a way to keep going. I think we're good. Is there anything down there? I guess there's not going to be notes or anything, right? I don't know why I'm looking. But you never know, there might be a jiggy. My filthy bed gives me a rash. I never wash. I save my cash. Adam Walker, Texas Ranger says, any thoughts on the recent blizzard stuff, Suriel? Any prediction of what's gonna happen in the next couple of weeks? I won't even bother to like predict stuff because that thing is very quickly grown into something very like I am like incredibly surprised at how that thing has taken off. Yay, we got Bad Monster Mansion. Okay, so it is a great movie. But that has become a huge issue in a way that I did not anticipate. I definitely I definitely saw that as like well, that's corporate America for you. They're gonna always, you know, back with their moneyed interests as much as they can. But the way this has taken off has been really surprising and somewhat heartening to see. But as to what might actually happen, yeah, I couldn't tell you. I'm very, I will say I am supportive of the Hong Kong protests personally, but alright, well, I wonder if, like, because I think just minutes ago, I don't know, it was earlier today, Riot released a statement saying, we'd rather not talk about it, and then Epic's on the other side where they're like, yeah, people can say whatever they want, which is like a very epic thing for them to say, where they're like, oh yeah, we're not like our competitors. If our competitors say one thing, we'll say the opposite. But it does feel like, well, in this case, whether it's like heartfelt or self-interested, it's nice to see someone say, hey, we're not going to ban any Fortnite players for saying, you know, they support the Hong Kong protest. It is funny though that they're not going to ban them for that, but they will definitely ban them or like cut away to them when they, you know, talk mess about Fortnite. And his Mr. Walker, Texas Rangers, other question: were you expecting it to get swept under the rug a little more quickly and quietly? Yeah, I feel like recently we've become so used to things like this happening, where it's like, you know, that just a lot of companies making weird statements about, you know, let's be neutral in the face of like really strong political fair winds. It has definitely felt recently that, like, well, that's to be expected. Like that's par for the course for companies, right? Like you can't expect anything different from them. You know, I don't know what if you're expecting something more from them. You're kind of deluding yourself, kind of like, you know. But it was interesting to see how strongly this has taken off, and I'm glad that people are kind of acknowledging that, like, because Blizzard, I think, feel like they went with the average kind of corporate spiel of like, hey, you know, let's everybody keep it friendly, you know, let's not rock the boat. And I think at this point, for whatever reason, people have really glommed onto the idea of it's hard to be neutral. Like, I don't think you can be neutral in situations like this because of how basically, if like not having players not speak up about something like that isn't a neutral stance, right? Even though Blizzard might present it as such, it is not. It is them taking a stand with China ostensibly to maintain the status quo. So this is, I think it has to do with huge disparity with the severity of the punishment. I think definitely Blizzard played a big hand in how that was perceived. I think banning the announcers, definitely made the situation a lot worse. Yeah, and taking the guy's winnings. That definitely made the problem worse, right? If they just said, hey, like, we shut that stream down, we don't want to talk, because there's been similar things before, you know, like on both sides of like the spectrum, like Capcom recently, or was it Evo? Evo had a thing where they were, in Evo Japan, they were, a lot of the Dead or Alive promotion got kind of risque in a way that, you know, Evo wasn't supporting, you know, family values, whatever you want to call it, and that stream got clamped down, and people kind of made a fuss about it. People talked about it, like, hey, Evo's like censoring or whatever. But that story didn't necessarily blow up the way this has, which is, and I think it does have to do with, like, if Evo had said, like, hey, we're banning those cosplayers, those people are fired, we're not working with Dead or Alive ever again, or penalizing them, it's a different situation, structurally, for sure, because it was a third-party situation and not, you know, Capcom itself or Koei Tecmo doing it, but, yeah, I think if they hadn't been so severe in their punishments, but I think they did what they thought they had to, right? Which isn't, I'm not excusing them. I'm saying, like, it shows how afraid Blizzard was of the Chinese market kind of like rioting. I'd be very curious to see if they hadn't done anything, if they had let it rock, would we be seeing similar backlash against them from the Chinese market? It's hard to know, but, you know, that stuff has happened, right? We had Devotion earlier this year, which, speaking of which, if anyone has a way for me to play Devotion, I would love to stream it on Halloween. I would absolutely love nothing better than to stream Devotion on Halloween. I would 100% be up for that. But anyway, so we had that situation last year where it kind of showed how powerful China can be in the face of things like that. So I can't imagine Blizzard took that to any heart personally, but it definitely shows, like, oh yeah, the Chinese, like, we very much forget on our side of the Atlantic how powerful of an economy China is for a lot of, like, these long tail games, right? But yeah, I couldn't give you a guess as to how it's going to develop. I think Blizzard will very much issue a statement. I think that's the one thing I can count on, is that Blizzard will at some point make another statement. Whether they'll say, like, hey, we actually support our players and are, you know, whatever, happy to, we don't condone it on our stream, but they are free to believe whatever they please and give that guy his winnings back. But yeah, I don't think that guy's going to compete again. Maybe he'll be part of the Gwent scene. I imagine that's, you know, be a little bit more friendly to that kind of stuff. Who knows? I don't know how big Gwent is in China. But it does feel like this is part of a larger trend in gaming where the politics that people had been so keen on keeping out of games are slowly revealing themselves to not only have encroached into the political spectrum, but revealed themselves for, like, it's kind of shown that, like, politics and gaming, you know, to put it lightly, like, have always been one or the other, right? Like, you think about Tetris and the way it was part of a communist regime and things like that. Like, I mean, I'm not saying, like, here's how communism influenced the design of Tetris, but, like, you know, the way that game got released in the US has a lot to do with, you know, communist Russia. And so it's come to bear that, like, as much as companies tried to hide the idea that they would ever be quote-unquote political, which is, like, a super vague term, they really can't, like, there are situations where they're not going to be able to avoid it. So I think companies need to figure out a better strategy for handling this kind of stuff, right? Of making it very clear that it's like, hey, we don't endorse what this guy said, but, you know, well, gosh, we'll defend to the death his right to keep saying it. Yeah, politics are definitely in everything, so square to Willow, period. Yeah, absolutely. And I think politics has I think politics, using the term politics, I think is kind of, obviously I'm not taking any tax for this, but like, it's a term that people use, right? Like, everything's political, right? Like, the political is personal, the personal is political. I think it's, what that term does is I think it sort of obscures what you actually talk about when you say that, which is like, everything has, like, rhetoric, which is, it's a term I use. I use rhetoric because I took a class on rhetoric in college, and that was like maybe one of the most eye-opening classes that I had at the time, because it kind of revealed, like, look, I mean, I didn't reveal, but it kind of reinforced the notion that, like, everything sends an implicit message, whether you want it to or not. You are making, everything is a form of communication. An ad is something that says, like, hey, if you want to get on a cruise ship, you should be rich or have money. Or the fantasy we're trying to sell you is that you can be rich, or you can feel like the rich if you take this cruise or whatever. You know, Swanky Ho tells you that, right? And it's not to say that everything is like, every ad you see in the newspaper is either for or against Trump. It's just like, everything is sending a message. And I think for so long, people were so adamant that gaming was just exempt from that in every possible way. And I think, you know, stuff like this kind of shows that, no, those things are intertwined just in ways that are hard to untangle, and that in lieu of ignoring them, we should actually focus on trying to untangle those, which is the harder effort, but is ultimately the one that is less, let's say, naive. Adam Walker, Texas Ranger says I think it's also because gamers have a much more public platform nowadays where they can get that kind of attention. That's totally true. I think social media has definitely made it a lot harder to manage the message in a way. It's made definitely, like, I do not, hold on. My golden prize you may not take. Not while old Napper's awake. So I gotta make him fall asleep somehow. Okay. I'm guessing that's all we can do here. I'm a little bothered by not being able to get the skull, but... And I can't see? Or was it at the other end? Yeah, so it's definitely... I definitely empathize with social media managers, because that is just a... You're not so much, like, managing as you're trying to stem the tide of, negativity that often comes from Twitter. How do I get out of here? Maybe I just do a backflip in there? So yeah, it definitely felt like, oh yeah, I think we could have just clamped down on. It's not gonna be the case. I think people also want to believe their hobbies don't have political entanglements. Easier to just enjoy Overwatch than feel like Blizzards and Six are immoral people who care about more about money over the common good, right? Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with, like, hey, just let me enjoy Overwatch, which is, you know, like, I am personally not super, you know, pleased with Blizzard, but, like, if you want to play Overwatch, like, don't, honestly, like, if it's something that you're doing every day and it's like your regular game and you don't want to think about, like, oh, what else should we do instead, I would definitely encourage you to maybe think about it, but, like, don't feel like you have to, right? Because it's like, you know, that's ultimately not gonna do all that much personally. But yeah, I think people do want to say, like, don't make me think about it. Like, don't even bring this conflict into my life. I don't, you know, I get enough of it at work or whatever, or, you know, in school. I don't want to have to think about this, and I'm not telling you you have to. I just don't think that people should try to tamper when other people think about it, you know? Which is, like, I guess that's somewhat of a tangent, but to answer your question, yeah, I think if at this point you're still hoping that this will go away, that stuff like this will go away, I think you're being a little naive, and I think you should, rather than say, like, how can I ignore this, and try to, like, tamper the voices of people who are speaking out about this, you should maybe start taking this stuff a little bit more seriously, but also don't feel like, yeah, you can just have your game in good time, man. Like, no one's trying to impede you, no one's trying to take that away from you. It's more about, listen, like, this stuff matters. Like, the Hong Kong protests may not matter to you, but it matters to people, and let it matter. Like, let stuff matter to people, you know? Because it does affect their lives, right? In the meantime, I don't know how to get out of this room or what I'm supposed to do. So, if anyone has suggestions as to how I can unscrew myself. Oh. Okay. Guess I just gotta hit it the right way, you know? I think that lost me like 2 viewers. But whatever, man. We're out here gaming, and gaming means standing up for your rights. Level up your takes, honestly. Get some EXP, some bonus XP in empathy. Level the battle paths of awareness. Banjo-Kazooie is one of the most thought-provoking games of the N64. Oh, definitely, dude. Like, look at this. I'm gonna use words I don't know and say, like, look at this brutalist architecture, man. It's all... This is, like, control, man. This is spooky as heckin'. And I think there is, like, you know... There is maybe a little bit of an emphasis on, like, hey, how does this speak to me? Like, what does this have to say about this? Which I think can be hit or miss, for sure. I think some people... I think that's where, like, I was definitely expecting a Thwomp style, like, I'm gonna smash you now. But, man, these guys do not quit. Holy crap. It's China. They're coming for me. But, you know. I'm guessing I have to poop an egg into them. Or what am I supposed to do with these things? I was trying to think of a spooky Twitter name for you, but it's very hard. I mean, I already have a spooky name. What did he say? Did he curse at me? Is that what he said? How do I... There we go. Andrewsaurus. Oh, hey, Andrew. It's Andrew from Triple Point. Yeah, how's it going, man?
Thank you.
I'm sure you've been following... Good, thanks. That's great to hear, man. I'm sure you've been following our, or I guess not mine anymore, Game Informer's coverage of Pokemon Sword and Shield. So that's not love for you guys. Oh, shoot. Is this the first enemy that's taken more than one hit? Yeah, the vids have been great, says Andrewsaurus. Well, that's good. I was definitely in the early talks for that, and I think I want to say I maybe submitted a couple rapid fire questions.
Thank you.
Okay, he says thank you. He's being nice to me. He's not taking it personally. Yeah, the rapid fire ones, that's definitely a thing I'm gonna miss. Those have always been super fun to contribute to and always been really well executed, for sure. I'm a little bummed I'm not going to be able to conduct one, but overall, that is just some great stuff over there from the team. It was fun. It was fun not to see the early cut, and just because what Hanson would do is he'd usually show us like hey, here's an early version of it. You know, he'll always be super paranoid about, well, it's not color corrected. You know, I'm gonna do some cut editing. I'm gonna fix the audio, obviously, which he would point out as like, oh yeah, I need to fix the audio. It's a travesty. And then we'd listen to it and be like, it's totally fine, dude. I don't know. We're not audio people, so you don't have to impress us or anything. But he'd do like these early screenings of the rapid fire and be like, hey, is there anything that is just particularly unfunny or not worth it? And you know, we'd give him feedback. But yeah, that stuff is always fun to be a part of. So I got the Jiggy from all those plants. And I think that puts us at 1 Jiggy. how to get Kazooie up there. Let's see if I can trick this here. This requires a 1 frame. There we go. I'm not even going to tell you how that trick is supposed to end. I got it so quick. Yeah, one thing I'm pleasantly surprised by is, yeah, because of how small the worlds are, I'm surprised at how fast they're going. I'm a little scared to fall. Oh, there's a hole inside. Oh, just leads up to the... No! Okay. I was actually kind of surprised that that led to anything. I totally thought I was doing something I wasn't supposed to do. It's nice to see that, I guess. Oh, no. Okay. Also, I wonder if the fact that none of these clocks have hands is like a hint or something. I'm gonna have to find some sort of clock hand. There's a very tiny jump. Okay, so that's 1, 2. Are there any other notes nearby? Not that I can see. Let's go to Mumbo's hut. See what's going on over there. Maybe I can... That transformation might help me inside the house. Alright, Mumbo. Better not be keeping another Jinjo in here. Andrew says, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm having fun with it. I like that I can... Okay, well, that's a straight up washing machine. Spell went wrong. Mumbo's loincloth all dirty. You wash? I'm enjoying streaming because it lets me focus on games that I wouldn't otherwise play. So I can just say, it lets me say like, hey, I've always been meaning to play this. I'm just gonna play it, you know, and it'll be. And I like the idea of having a dedicated time and place where I have to be. It kind of gives you a semblance of like, oh, I need to work today, right? Which is, this isn't work really, but the idea of like, I have to be here at this time kind of adds a sense of normalcy to the days, which are otherwise just filled with a bunch of emails. Yeah, I've been having fun. I was somewhat dreading that maybe I wouldn't like Banjo-Kazooie, and then we'd have to be like, well, I really don't like this game, so we'll have to stop playing because I cannot take it. But no, it's been good. I've been having fun with it. Kevin, how are you? Filter point. Still on Pokemon stuff, I imagine. It's gotta be getting busy, right? With the launch coming up next month. Like we're like maybe literally a month to the week of release, basically. Yeah. Well, good luck, man. Probably super. A lot of stuff. Spooky Twitter name idea: Suriel Vampquez. Is that so bad it becomes good? Well, for one, I have my spooky name picked out. Thank you, but it's not bad. Definitely one I might pocket for future use. I don't hate it. Okay, so this isn't gonna put anyone to sleep. But I guess I'm not totally sure what this pumpkin is for yet. I think VampQuest. Yeah, VampQuest is good. Like I said, one I'm putting in my pocket for back use, because one of the unwritten rules of changing your name for October is you don't change it back until November hits, you know? You cosplay one thing. Or at least, as far as I know, I haven't heard of too many people who change it for Halloween. Who, like, change it more than once during October. Man, this is not helping. I might die. Eventually they kind of leave me alone, but they always come down. I'm not totally sure what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't think I'm supposed to be in this maze as the pumpkin. I'll come back. But maybe there's something to do here as the this guy? Well, no. I've also learned all the moves in the game, right? So I don't have a like a particular thing I'm missing that I need to cash in on here. Oh, there's all this stuff over here. Okay, let's do the thing we did in Freeze Easy Peak and just wait until we need the pumpkin to be the pumpkin, because our moveset is definitely limited. So when we find something that requires the pumpkin, we'll use it, but otherwise. And then I'll probably be wondering in here, right? Where is... Here we go. Okay, so how do we get out? How do we make that guy fall asleep? What am I supposed to do in that maze? I think I'm supposed to hit that that gate in the maze, but now I'm a little afraid of dying. So I'm gonna try to find an enemy I can kill, maybe, or maybe I can leave and come back and all those statues will respawn, or the tombstones. There's that thing, but now I'm a little scared of it because of the bees. If they scatter. That went well. So there's something here. There's a Jinjo. Running shoe. Okay, we'll start that once we know where it goes. I'm guessing we need to do a jump to get that Jinjo. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that jump will hurt me if I get on it. Three Jinjos. Let's see, where else? Maybe I'm supposed to run all the way around? Okay, that's it. Well, then let's hit that clock and see what it does. And maybe put the shoes on after. Okay, so I have to run all the way over there. 14 seconds. I should probably have the shoes on when I do it. Okay, that camera switch is gonna be weird. Big old door is very tough. Stupid bear's not fast enough. Okay, well, I think if I put the shoes on first and then hit the switch, it should be okay. Let's see. Oh. I have to put the shoes on after? you're supposed to. Totally forgot you can't. Okay, so that I think helps. Oh, that camera angle. Okay. I just need to. I need to. What do I need to do? I need to jump off first, right? And then not roll into the shoes. I think that should do it, but that camera angle switch is a pain. I don't like it. Don't like it at all. Alright, let's see what's in here. There's a hand playing a piano. I'm very small now. There's a ghost. Not sure what to do about him. Other than get her hit. Does me no good. Nope. Okay, there we go. Sure, that'll come in handy at some point. Matan plays his organ with ease, but can you follow him on the keys? Are you gonna hurt me if I... Okay, this one. Oh. I thought this was a memory thing. Okay. Alright, let's do that again. Once again, I'll play my tune. Keep on trying, you'll get it soon. I guess I just have to play whatever note he plays. Wait, I thought he played it twice. Not bad, Bear, but now watch me copy this tune and amazed I'll be. Music skills are mighty fine, so take this golden piece of mine. Okay, I just gotta figure out how to get there. Maybe a couple backflips. Wait for that guy to pass. Oh, there's a extra life here. I'm gonna Reminds me of a church, of a DMC level. Where's the Rocking Soundtrack System? Sully, the Ninja Theory DMC, it's the only one I haven't played, although it's on my PC. Yeah, it's also weird that, like, Sully pointed out that all the keys are the same. It's like a really bad piano. So that's weird, but look, it's a ghost hand. The fact that he can play the piano at all should be ridiculously impressive. So let's give the guy props for that at least. There's also a flight pad here, which I imagine is how we're supposed to get to those nodes. Not entirely sure how we're supposed to get there though. Can I screw up? Here, let me shoot. Let me get some more health here. I'm hoping to get at least one more Jiggy before the stream is up. I probably didn't need that, but whatever. I forget. Okay, maybe I can just get it with backflips. Or I guess this doesn't help me get a Jiggy, but what am I gonna do? Not get these notes? I was gonna say he helped me up there, but no, he's a jerk. How do I lead him? I'm trying to lead him. I should really try to get the notes from across other benches, I guess. Now I'm very curious as to what that flight pad. Okay, probably can't do it from this side then. Let's Game Go Twitch says, just got home from work. Sorry for being late. You can start the stream now. Well, I'm happy to have started. Thanks for giving me the heads up. Oh no. I don't like these guys. So I'm missing those two notes. I feel like I should just try to do it from across these benches, honestly. I don't know how to kill them. Oh, gosh. I just have to do this. Oh no! I had it! I had it, you guys! It's gonna run away from me now. Pathetic ghosts end up killing me, aren't they? Where did he come from? Alright. I'm gonna... I'll be back for them. Jersey Funt in the chat says, hey man, I hope everything's going well. It is. Things are going well. Thanks for... Oh, I have to do the whole running thing again? Oh, I'm out of health. And I'm pretty sure if I had stayed there longer, I would have just gotten hurt, so... There's more notes up there, but I don't know how to get them. Oh. Report of whatever this is. Maybe it's got a G somewhere. Well, the B's are there, but maybe this is where I have to use it. Okay. It does feel like a place where I'm gonna get hurt, though. Does it say? Oh. How do you like Banjo and Smash? I like him. I haven't gotten a ton of time to play with him, but I do like it. Greetings, oh solid one. I'm Tumblr the Mighty. Solve the puzzle, and you can take this infernal thing that's stuck under me. interacting. Oh, maybe I have to take the cup over there? What is this? Oh. Oh. Okay. Just kind of doing laps there. Alright. Well. I think we can get that Jiggy, and then you have to remind me to go back for those notes. You know what? I might just go back for those notes now. Well, actually, let's get that Jiggy first. I do want to get those notes, just because I know that if I don't get them now, I'll forget about them. So. Okay. Just gotta jump on top of them. Just gonna patrolling the outskirts? Okay. How do I get on that thing? Where's the J? Oh, J. Banjo. Okay. Oh. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna get it this time. Yeah. I can do it. Not impossible. Oh, okay. Adam Walker says, Ranger says, have a great day, everyone. Thanks for the stream, Suriel. Hey, hey, man. Thanks for sticking around. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate everyone who's watching. Especially since going into overtime for a little bit. Actually, the streams do not run this long, so. All right, let's try to get this G. And then maybe we'll call it a day. Maybe I'll feel compelled to get those 2 notes. One more. Jersey Font says... Jersey Font says, you posted a thing in the chat that I'm technically and possibly legally not allowed to say. But thank you. It's nice to see. That's one Jiggy. Now I'm gonna go back and get those notes. Gosh darn it. And then maybe we'll call it a stream. I might end up, depending on where we are next week by the time I'm done with this world, who knows if it'll take me longer. I might try to do a second world. I'm trying to catch up at some point, but maybe that's just less feasible as the worlds get a little more complex and longer. It won't be feasible to finish the world in one go. Yeah, I've been watching a couple of Leo's streams. He's very smart. and very funny. So definitely, if you happen to watch me and not Leo, you definitely should fix that. Let's figure out how to get these notes. I wonder, okay, maybe I can just use that flight pad, and I'll just use that. If I can find out how to get to it. Oh, okay. Okay. I saw a flight pad here, somewhere around here, right? I'm not making that up. But hello, thanks so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Every little bit helps, so thank you so much. Okay. Here we go. Is there anything else I can get here besides just those two notes? Oh, there's a whole thing up there. Okay. Let's get these notes first, though. Once I get those notes, I don't have to deal with these dumb ghosts anymore. I can... I know I'm gonna have to run an extra long loop now, but it was worth it for not having to deal with that ghost. But... that was fun. Okay. More notes. And then later, I saw that honeycomb. I don't know if that's all that's up there. Hopefully there's a Jiggy there too, but at least we can get that honeycomb. There we go. Real gamer things. Now I gotta fly all the way up there and see whatever is in the upper part of this church. I definitely want to get everything in this church out of the way just because I don't want to have to run that gauntlet every time I get it. Even though it's not hard now that I figured it out, but why do it again, you know? It's only gonna waste everyone's time. Okay. You get out of my way. Jiggy in her eye. Okay. Well. 10. Okay. That skull. There's no way off of here, right? I just have to jump off. If I don't die. Oh, okay, well, I didn't do that. Oh gosh. Okay, well that's fine. Whatever. Chrissy Fun says, how do you rank Minnesota versus other places you've lived? MN is my home state. Just went back a couple of months. Just went back last month for a couple of days and it reminded me of how much I love it. Yeah, I love Minnesota. It's great. There's a weird snow scare today. Oh, speaking of which. Oh, I guess not really. Pumpkin. Put the pumpkin in here. This is where the pumpkin goes. Yeah, I love Minnesota. I used to live in Nebraska, which is kind of it's very similar in that it has its really hot days and then sometimes it snows for months. But Minnesota's winters are definitely longer. But especially where I live in Uptown, there's definitely just a ton of stuff to do wherever you go. So I definitely appreciate it here. I like as a locale, I definitely appreciate Minnesota better. Yeah, it's not. Nebraska is cold. It can get pretty cold, but I don't believe. Oh, that's cool. I don't believe Nebraska had like a negative, what, 56 day yet last year or earlier this year at some point. GameGo Twitch has a big question before we log off. GameGo Twitch has a big question for me and Shy Guy. But he hasn't posted it in chat. So I guess I'll just mess around and see what there is. Oh, there's something over here. I wonder if I can bust that open. Oh, this is the thing that I wanted to bust open, but I have to, I'm guessing because of the lock I have to do it from the other side. But maybe you can hit up that maze. Because I think, I want to say that had a door that I need to bust open. How's the cost of living in Minnesota? I wanted to apply for the GI internship, but I'm curious about how much I need to have saved to be able to take advantage of the opportunity when they have a chance to get accepted. It's not bad. It's definitely better than like a lot of places. Like the cost of living here is, well, it depends on whether you want a roommate or not. If you can afford to get a roommate, yeah. So it depends on where you live. Also, like if you want to live downtown, which is where the office is, that gets expensive very quickly. But if you go to like Dinkytown, if you go to Northeast, if you go to Uptown, some parts of Uptown, I guess, it's pretty lax, I think. But you definitely benefit from having a roommate if you can swing that. But it shouldn't be too bad. I don't know, I'm guessing you already know this, but just be aware that the internship is not paid, so you will have to have some money stored up, which is unfortunate, or commit to working a part-time job. Like, I definitely, it's that, I feel like, I don't know if we've just had a very fortunate talent pool, or if the program is actually super helpful, but I've definitely seen a number of people from that internship program take off in some really gratifying ways. As someone who I don't think really had much investment in, or like had much of a say in, you know, their careers, it's definitely helped a lot of people. If you can live out of the city and commute, yeah, you can definitely do that. The bus system is pretty good. You can definitely do that for sure. Is it feasible to hold a part-time job while doing the internship? I don't know. I haven't done it, so I can't tell you. Like, I know that some interns have done it, have had part-time jobs and the internship. But I would definitely talk to Reeves about that. Ben Reeves and Jeff Cork, the two people who currently run the intern program. That would be a question for them. But I have known people to do it. It's just a matter of finding the right job, you know. I want to say there's a comedy club that also has like a whole bar kind of thing in the daytime, and I know one intern, I think previously had worked there. I basically worked there, and it was like super close to his workplace, and he was able to make that work. But I don't know if that's something that's available. I don't know how feasible that is, but like I said, I've definitely heard of people who've done that. So can't guarantee it, but it seems doable. Anyway, that's gonna do it for today's stream. We made decent progress. We finished up Gobi's Desert, and we're at the mansion now. But we'll see. Yeah, if Chrissy Fun says, does your college cover room for out-of-state internships? That's definitely a good question to ask if you are in college. I know some of our it's not always a college thing, if I remember correctly, but I would definitely talk to your college about that, what your prospects are as an intern. But yeah, it's not something I've done, so I can't speak too much about it, but hopefully that advice will help you. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap that up for today, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. I appreciate the views. I definitely appreciate the subscriptions. It helps a lot. But yeah, thanks everybody. Go back to Friday because it's you know, gaming time.
Banjo-Kazooie.